Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. We are just coasting along. Well, I'm just coasting along. I'm going to say this now because I haven't had an off day since last Sunday. So it's kind of confusing as to what day it is. But, I guess I'm glad to be alive and glad to have a job. Always got to look at the positives. All right, so let's get into the goal for today. The goal for today is to be silent. Okay, be silent. And so obviously, you don't want to go throughout your whole day being silent, being a mute. But what this goal really means, I think, is to, number one, at some point in your day, every single day, you should have a point of silence. And yes, I do mean literal silence, like where you're not talking. Obviously, you don't want to do it at work or while you're around people because people are going to think you're weird. Because that is weird, just to be quiet all of a sudden. You want to have a point in your day where you're silent and it's just like a relaxation and kind of like a meditation mode. And for me, since I'm a Christian, my meditation is also coupled with prayer. So I have like a prayer meditation silence period, if you want to call it something like that. And it's kind of just allows me to silence a lot of things that are going on around my life. It silence my own voice inside my head because sometimes that voice inside your head is not your friend. Let me tell you. It's not. Yeah, so it's silencing everything around you, silencing the voice inside your head, and really just allowing God to pour himself into you. And a lot of people I know, like one of the big questions that I even had when I was younger was, how do I know if God is speaking to me? Like, because I hear my voice inside of my head. Like, how do I really understand the voice of God? And for myself, for everyone else, it may work a little differently, but for myself, I had to be silent. I had to silence my own thoughts. I had to silence the thoughts of other people. I had to silence the thoughts of what I felt a certain situation or something like that would be. So I literally had to be silent, physically and mentally. I had to adopt a spirit of silence in order to hear from God clearly. Silence also allows you to listen to other people. So not even just God, right? Like listen to other people when you're in an argument, or it doesn't even have to be an argument. When you're in just a regular conversation with people, silence allows you to hear the other person and listen to what they're saying. Okay, so not just I understand, not just hear with the intent of responding, but listening, understanding, and then responding. So it doesn't have to, that at those moments it doesn't have to be like a long period of silence. But and I know my family actually has a hard time doing this. We have a hard time silencing ourselves so that we can listen to other people, because I feel like a lot of us, when we speak, when we have conversations, when we have arguments, anything like that, we're speaking or we're listening with the intent of responding. And of course you want to respond, but did you hear what the other person says? Are you giving yourself time to process what they said and then come up with an appropriate response, not just the response that you want to give? Because all the time, it's not all the time that you have an appropriate response. And I'm speaking from experience, because a lot of times when I respond, it's just based off of a feeling that I have internally, not based off of what I heard that other person say. So sometimes I have to silence myself within a conversation in order to hear and understand what the other person is saying. That way I can respond accordingly. Okay, so yeah, that's the goal for today, is to be silent. Really try to find a moment today where you can just silence everything. Silence your thoughts, silence your emotions, silence the thoughts of other people, and focus in on what God is trying to tell you to do. And then while you're talking to people, try to silence your own self. Silence yourself so that you can clearly hear what other people are saying and respond in a way that that shows them that you were listening in just an appropriate way. All right. So yeah, that's the goal for today, is to be silent. I hope everyone has a wonderful Tuesday, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.